Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. Today we are going to be doing something to help increase our level 1 food storage preparedness. As you remember, level 1, we have 3 levels of our food storage, and level 1 is for immediate use, meaning our goal is to have 60 days worth of meals, either ingredients or actual meals integrated among our freezer, refrigerator, and pantry. In checking on our freezer, in terms of our breakfast meals, we are quite low. So today, we're going to be doing breakfast sandwiches. I'm going to be doing a dozen, and these are so great. I just wrap them in parchment paper and then put them in a plastic bag and put them in the freezer. And then when we get ready to need a breakfast, I just take out however many sandwiches we need and warm them. They can be warmed in either the microwave or in the oven. They are fully cooked except the cheese has not been melted. So we warm them up and melt the cheese. These are also really great for us to take on the road, and that's what we're going to be doing. Over on Trail Grazers, we are going to be taking a trip up to the mountains and staying in a hotel this time because we have sold our big trailer, our toy hauler, and so we're just going to use our flatbed and haul Max up to the mountains and stay in a hotel. And I'm doing things that can be done in a hotel microwave. So here is what we have going so far. I have already done one batch in a warm oven to toast these English muffins. I'm trying a new brand. Usually I make our own English muffins, but sometimes just getting things at the store is a big help. These are called bays. I just found these in the dairy case, and I didn't know that there was such a thing as any of these in the dairy case. Now, these happen to be the sourdough. These are the regular ones, so we're going to be trying both. And they come in packages of 6. And the next thing I'm going to do is just take some ghee, or you can use butter, and I'm just going to butter each one. And then I want these are going in a 400-degree oven, and until they get toasty. But I want this butter to melt and go down in the little crevices, and to be kind of helping with the browning. As you can see, these look really, really good.
Down to the crooks and crannies?
Crooks and crannies. All right, these are going in the oven. All right, what happens next is these are going to be toasted in the oven. It will take 5-6 minutes for that to happen, and then I'll bring them back and put them right here. Then what goes in the oven, and I'm going to drop the temperature to 375, is this bacon. And since I'm making 12 sandwiches, I have 12 pieces here, but the whole package had 14, so I just have 2 extra ones. Jim, do you have any idea what we could do with that extra bacon?
I don't know, feed them to the dogs.
He can't wait.
Are you saying I'm a dog?
No. Oh, the camera is jiggling because he is laughing. And then I have slices of cheddar cheese. I have never done bacon in an oven before, but for some reason in my news feed yesterday, there was an article about cooking bacon in your oven and how it's actually more healthy for you, and that it just turns out great. And the way that you do that is in a baking sheet like this, you put a piece of parchment paper on the bottom for easier cleanup. And then the bacon goes on a little rack over the parchment paper, and you don't have to turn it because the heat gets under there, and it turns out nice and crispy. After the bacon has baked for about 15 or 20 minutes, it should be done. And then you just put it under the broiler for a few seconds to crisp it up, and then it's ready to go. Now, in terms of these breakfast sandwiches, they're very versatile. And I'm hardly going to give a recipe for this. I mean, I'm going to sort of list the ingredients, but you can put together a combination of anything that you would like. You can vary the meat. You could use Canadian bacon instead of regular bacon. You could use round sausage patties instead. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be frying some eggs, and we'll take you over there and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I have the metal rings that I use when I make my own English muffins, and I'm going to use those to make the fried eggs the right size. I'm going to have to be very careful because they are metal, and I am using my brand new non-stick skillet. So I'm going to be really careful putting metal implements down in there. And then is a slice of cheddar cheese. And or you can vary the cheese as well. But these little sandwiches are just easy to make, and they go together fairly quickly, and especially with not having to fry the bacon. I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. I'm going to check our muffins. Nope, a few more minutes. Once we get the muffins out, we'll get the bacon in, and while the bacon is cooking, we're going to do the eggs. So we'll come back when we're ready for that. These are out. They have toasted beautifully. The butter was all bubbly when I took them out, and there's butter down in the holes, which is fun. Once we refrigerate or freeze those, that will solidify again. All right, next up, the bacon is going in, and then we're going to go over and start the eggs. I'm going to turn this on about medium, and I've put just a little bit of ghee in the bottom here, starting to melt. I did reduce the temperature of the oven to 375 as well. So here are my English muffin rings, and before I bought these, I used wide mouth canning jar rings to do eggs. I didn't ever do English muffins with these because of this little extra ridge right here. But this works great for fried eggs when you're wanting to do that. So I'm going to be putting these down very, very carefully on my pan. This is the first time I have done this. So usually I start developing a technique with a little bit of practice. So we'll start with this first batch, and then by the end, after I figured out how to do it, I'll let you know what my technique evolved into after I have done 12 of these. Now, you can put 2 fried eggs on these sandwiches if you want to, but we're just going to do 1. Last time I made these, I don't know, Jim, if you remember, we were camping at Bryce, and I used our little portable flat top, Blackstone flat top that we had up there. And at that time, I was using the jar rings to make these sandwiches, and we really loved them. So I hope we can have a good repeat on this. Okay, so here we go. And I have, as you can see the marks on the paper towel, I have used the oil spray on these to, I'm so bad at cracking eggs. I sprayed the inside of those rings so that the eggs won't stick. We've got a little leakage there, and a little leakage there. Yeah. Maybe I'll just hold those down for a minute. Just until the bottom gels. Okay, that one didn't leak. I think I'm too timid cracking eggs.
Yeah.
All right, that had a little leak. Okay, we'll come back when these are more done and let you know how it's going. All right, there's the last one. And I learned that by the time the pan got hot, there was no more leaking because it seared the egg white immediately. So I don't have to hold those down anymore. And then this has worked just beautifully. Here are the ones that I've done so far.
Those look nice.
I think they do too, and I think they're just the right size. And so what I do here is I wait for them to get partially cooked, and then I very carefully pull the rings up. And then I flip them over, and it seems to work really, really well. So it'll be a minute or so before these are ready to turn, and I'll bring you back when that happens. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling these up. So I have this little spoon just in case the rings get sticky. That one is ready. This one I think is ready. And with my silicone flipper spatula, I just quickly turn them over and let them cook until the yolks are solid, because when you're eating a sandwich, you don't want egg yolk dripping down your chin. So that's all there is to it. This turned out to be quite easy. So I will come back when we are ready to then assemble everything. All right, here we go. I'm sold on oven bacon. Look at this. My gosh, it's wonderful. This is still kind of hot. Okay, so here we go. And I can't remember which order I like on this, but I know that the cheese acts as glue. So I think what I'm going to do is put the eggs down first. I can't remember which way I put these, so I'm putting them on the bottom. That's a bottom as well. Maybe I can't tell top and bottom.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No? Oh, well, yeah, the bottoms are a little brownish.
Well, okay.
Okay. Okay, so these are the bottoms, these are the tops. That's what I did. So I think what I'm going to do is put the cheese on the egg, because it acts like glue, and that way it will kind of glue the bacon in place. And we won't have bacon falling out of the sandwich when we're eating it. And let's see, yeah, I'm just going to do it in half. So now I'm not sure which size of these parchment papers, because I've never wrapped them in parchment before. I don't think so. So I think I'll do this. So I'm going to package them in twos. And I think that will be better. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this. And we will come back when I've finished wrapping everything up. Okay, so we have 5 packets of 2, and then the 2 that we're going to have for breakfast this morning. I'm going to wrap these just like I do these because I want to see how they're going to turn out in like a hotel microwave. So, and I will be microwaving them in the parchment paper. So I'm just going to stick these in our microwave. Just like that, and we're going to see how they work. I think I'll put them on a plate. Okay, so we're pretending we're at a hotel and these are going to go in the microwave. I'm going to put them in for probably, what do you think, Jim? Because everything is cold now.
Probably a couple of minutes.
I think I'm going to start with 90 seconds and then we'll see. All right, these are just out after 90 seconds. Oh, they're plenty warm. Ooh. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a good timing.
Yeah, well, maybe even 1 minute would work because I can't, this is too hot for me to handle. So I'm going to wait for a second to take a bite. And I'm keeping yours warm right here.
Thank you.
So this is nice and cheesy, and the parchment paper keeps it all contained. So I really like that. Oh, way too hot yet. Next time I'm going to start at a minute
All right.
and see how that does. So I ditched the parchment paper and put it on a paper towel. It was kind of sitting in the parchment paper and some of the melted butter, as you can see. So I'm ready to take my first bite of this. Well, it's very, very good. I got one of the sourdough buns. The English muffins are okay. I think that I like my homemade much better, and I think I have tried others that I also like better as well. So next time I go to the store, I don't think I'm going to be getting that same brand in the dairy case. I think I'm going to go with others that we've had before. So Jim, it's great. And yours is still nice and warm here.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it yielded 12 breakfast buns, breakfast sandwiches, and we'll be taking one of these little packets with us when we go to the mountains to be able to warm right in the microwave in the hotel for breakfast because our hotel doesn't provide breakfast. And then the other 4 will stay in the freezer until we need them. I will be putting little labels up here, peel-off labels on the side to identify them, and then these will go in the freezer and will be set. This is a great addition to our level 1 food storage for breakfast meals. I hope you try this and let us know how it turned out for you. So thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you very soon for more videos.